Hey, I think I know you. Based on my channel analytics, I would guess that you're probably a young male somewhere between 18 to 34 years old. And I know what you're thinking. What can I possibly learn from an old philosopher like Socrates, who lived about 2,500 years ago? But you're in for a big surprise. Did you know that Socrates was quite a rebel? Yes, that's true. Socrates said, "Fuck the police." Or no, on second thought, I'm not sure that they had a police force back then. I would need you guys to fact check that for me. Could you do that and maybe comment below? But one fact remains, and that is that Socrates did not like authorities. And in this video, I will give you the 3 most important things Socrates was telling people 2,500 years ago that are highly relevant for all of us today. So be sure to watch it all. But before I tell you, I would like you to do me a small favor. Could you please hit that subscribe button and help me reach my goal of 2,500 subscribers in 2017? Thanks, I really appreciate it. And back to Socrates. The number one thing we can learn from this old dude is to question authorities. It was important back then and it is important today. We all know about authorities, right? You know, politicians or policemen. Yes, Socrates said fuck the police. Or it could be a highly profiled businessman or so-called experts. People we all look up to in one way or another. People we trust. And why should we question authorities, you might ask? Well, history has shown that a lot of these people who know they are authorities misuse that knowledge to benefit themselves, and we see it over and over again. I'm not saying that all authorities are wrong, or that all of them are lying. I'm just saying it is your duty to question them and your right to be skeptical. Some authorities' sole purpose is to maintain their own power, and a lot of politicians are first-class prime examples on that. Yes, I know I'm generalizing here, but that is a problem with a lot of politicians today. Politicians are smart, and they know they won't be around forever. They're only in this position right now because they have power, and to maintain that power, a lot of them are thinking short-term. So, let's say that we got a politician who got elected because he can create lots of jobs right here and now, and that's great. People need jobs, so they vote for him. The only problem is that the new jobs he creates is in a sector that produces more worthless shit none of us really need. And at the same time, we exploit the Earth's resources to the max. He knows this shit. He knows that it's not sustainable, but fuck that, he just wants to get elected again. A couple of years in politics and he's set for life, and in 30 to 40 years, he won't even be around, so why should he give a fuck about how the Earth looks at that time? And this is a common pattern with politicians all over the world, so always question authorities. Remember that, guys. And that brings me to number 2, the next important lesson from Socrates, which is to challenge ideas and assumptions. I'm sure you know the kind of people who would say something like, "This is the way we're used to doing it," or "It has always been this way." They are so stuck in old thinking patterns that it can only be done this way. And the funny thing about it is that every person on the planet can see that there are better ways to do it. According to Socrates, every one of us has a responsibility to challenge stupid ideas and assumptions. The problem with a lot of us is that we tend to buy into a lot of ideas, whether they are well thought out or not. You know, any dickhead can come up with a bright idea, and let me use politicians again as an example due to their authority. Again, there are countless examples, but here is my favorite one. Yes, this one really kills me. A bright American politician, and I will leave his name out, came up with this clever statement. "Life is indeed precious, and I believe death penalty helps to affirm that fact." What the fuck? So, you're saying that life is precious, but nevertheless you will kill people who kill people to show that killing people is wrong? Seriously, you gotta rethink and rephrase that brilliant idea, my friend. So, let's move on to the third important lesson from Socrates, and that is to be aware of social proof. You know about this phenomenon, right? And don't get me wrong here, social proof can be a good thing. Let's say you're going to a football game in a city you've never been before. Then it's a good idea to follow the loud crowd in football shirts if you want to find the stadium. But social proof is also the bias that makes us think and act like others in situations where it is not useful at all. Socrates said that most humans are like sheep. We are just following the herd and afraid to break away. Have you seen this one? Yes, of course you have. So because 90 billion pieces of shit have been served to people all around the world, makes it great food? Or maybe you've heard this stupid statement, "More than 1 million people can't be wrong." Yes, millions can be wrong. Just look at Nazi Germany in the 1930s. Millions of people can make stupid decisions under the right, or should I say, wrong circumstances. Social proof runs very deep, and we have got to be aware of that and understand it. If you see other people make the wrong decision, don't just go along, try to question them and make your own decisions based on your judgment. So, there you have it. 3 important things Socrates was telling people 2,500 years ago that are highly relevant for all of us today. Apart from that, he also said it was okay not to shave and that you can walk around barefooted whenever the fuck you feel like it. But that's for another video. Before I go, I want to give a big shout out to Chris and Rob from the channel Calm Insider. They are the nicest guys I've ever met. In fact, they are so nice that if you kick them in the ass, they will just turn around and say, "Sorry, mate." No, seriously, go check out their channel. They got some great videos. Thanks again for watching, and don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Peace.